I am Greg Wesson. I am marketing manager with Cascara Vacation Rentals powered by Casago.
And I'm his wife, Stacy Wesson. And my family has been doing business for over 38 years, and we partnered with Casago back in 2022. I was lost. I was kind of burnt out, not knowing if I wanted to do the business. Our software was not what we needed to be. So we just kind of were headed to NWVRP to look for new software.
While we were at NWVRP, I went to a class with Ryan Dane, and he talked about how to be in the vacation rental business or sell your business. And his third option then was like Casago franchise model. And that really piqued my interest. And so I went and talked to him one-on-one.
And then when Greg came back from a class, and when he's interested in something, that's a big deal. I could be interested in anything, but when he comes and says, we got to look at something, it's a big deal. And so I was like, what is it they do? And so we had a nice sit down with Ryan at one of the tables. And I was like, oh, okay, you guys support us. I love that. That's what we need is support. And then I went and talked to Matt Landau because I've never heard of Ryan or Steve or anything. And I'm like, who are these people? Are they the real deal? And Matt's like, yeah, they're the real deal. So a no-brainer. The university was a blast. You leave knowing the entire software, which is amazing because usually software training is really lackluster. And so we knew how to do everything in the software. And it was funny because I was homework at night, and by the third day, Greg's like, he doesn't make reservations. So he's like, I'm not making reservations anymore. So I'm like, you make the margaritas, I'll do your homework. And so that is how we got through Casago University. So part of Casago, you get a success, I don't know what they call it, but I get a weekly talk or weekly call with one of the people from Mexico, and I can list any issues I'm having. They can show me how to do stuff. So to have that weekly call with them is huge because I just save stuff up if it's not urgent. And then if it's urgent, it's great. I just email support or call support and I get answers immediately. And a lot of times what I love that they do is they show me how to do it. Not just do it for me, but they'll show me the exact step-by-step instructions of how to fix something on my own so that I can train my staff, or now I know how to do it when it comes up again, because, you know, sometimes problems are repetitive.
When we came back from training, it wasn't just us. They sent a crew out, and the crew helped us work the software on our computers in our home, making us feel comfortable there. And they sent a crew out to take out photos of the area and give us all this support for social media and our website and everything. It was just not just here's the software, and even though we've trained you to use it well, go use it. And we'll be there to help you with it and show you how to use it.
I think one of the biggest things with software we all have is that whose problem is it? And Costco's great at that because it's their problem if it's our problem. And so whether it's something they can do in-house or they have to call somebody else, maybe it's a third-party partner like Airbnb and Vrbo, we go directly through them first and they handle everything for us. I'm not having to worry about, you know, knocking down doors, trying to figure out whose problem it is. They're doing that on the back end for me, and I can go do my job and know they're going to get back to me with a solution or what's the next steps. And so that's great, having that support, knowing that even the community of support. So if I have a question of like, hey, who has a good hot tub questionnaire for guests or rules of a hot tub, and I can reach out to the entire Casago community and get what other people have used in the past. So it's the ability to reach out to other people in this business as we are one big family is just one of the top reasons I think that we're in Casago. We want family, we love people, and this is a hard business sometimes, and knowing that we all are in the same business and can reach out and talk to each other when we're having a hard day or see how they better handle the situation has just been a game changer for us. The standard operating procedures was huge for us. I had them in my head and a lot of my older staff's heads, and that's not good. So getting that written down, or having that written down for us, I mean, even down to as a business owner, I was looking like, what's our motto? What's our creed? All of this. And I opened the orange book. I'm like, boom, we're done. Like, I don't need to recreate everything because everything I've been stuck in my head, Steve and them have just put out in perfect form. And so it's so easy we have weekly orange meetings with our staff and they all have a book and we go through it. And it just really, it's so easy not to have to do all that detail work. It's all written somewhere. And usually we can find it. And if not, we ask somebody. I think one of the most things that was easily adaptable with all the knowledge we get from Casago is they have a really cool, it's called Spa, and it's a book and it shows how every little detail from how the glasses should look in the house, how the toilet paper maybe should look. And we take those books and we just add a few things that are different to our market. We're in the cold, and so we need to leave our cupboard doors opened in the winter for sinks. And so we add some of that to the book, but every new employee gets that book. It shows them exactly how the beds should be made, how to leave the kitchens. And it's just so nice that it's this colorful brochure. It's so beautiful. It makes us look, if we were a small company, we're not printing that, but it just gives us a lot of validity to the business in Casago, and people love it, and it's easy. There's no misunderstanding of how things should be. And that's great. And like 90% of the work is done. We just have to add our few tweaks and it's all done for you. Everything's done for you. You just have to, maybe tweak it if you need to. I think the biggest challenge we face is competition, and having Casago to support us has made us bigger than we are. When there's 2 big companies in my town, not everybody wants the small guy. There's people that want that big company. And for me to be able to say, I am the big company now. I have the support of this whole team behind me that helps me with anything we need, and we can do everything the big guys can do now. I think why people end up choosing us is that we're boots on the ground. We know, if people want a bigger company, they also are swayed by the fact that, hey, we know all the players in the town. We care for your home. I think that's we're the true property managers, where we're going to come in and take care of your home if it's ours. We're not heads in beds, try to turnstile people in the door. We want to get the most rent we can for your home without excessive wear and tear. And so it's been nice to have all of those things that we do and that Casago does behind us to help us do that. So for homeowner acquisition with Casago, it's been amazing because we have so many tools at our fingertips that would have cost us tens of thousands of dollars that we couldn't have used. And to be able to get help with owner acquisition and there's so many details you have to get out between collecting the data, sending out postcards, letters, emails. They help with all of that. And that is a huge difference. And it's high-end stuff because they have, great people working for them. So, I can create something that doesn't come out very good, but I look at what they create and it's like they've nailed it and it looks so professional. And it's great to see that kind of stuff that we can just use. We use revenue management with Casago, and that's been amazing. Tom, who does all of that, is the best numbers guy. And he's so sweet because when we first started, I didn't know exactly what our relationship was supposed to be. And I'd be texting him going, oh my gosh, I need to do this. And he'd be like, great, done. And I'm like, oh. So just that relationship we have with Tom is great. And his understanding of, even though he may not know my market, but the ability for him to pick it up so quickly because he knows revenue is huge. So that's, I know, hard. Like, well, how are they gonna know my market? My market's weird. He figures it out. He knows what he's doing. I think what I was most excited about the conference is just seeing everybody. There's a lot of new faces, which is so fun. You see them on the weekly orange calls that we do, but to see them in person is so much fun. And it's like a big family reunion, but like a good one. Like, you want to see your family. And this is the, awesomeness of Casago is there's no bad apples. There's no it's like everybody, they've just procured the best owners everywhere. And it's so fun to see everybody. And then just to get time to work on my business. Most conferences are hard to really truly work on your business because you're going to classes where they're talking to a large group of people. With CasaCon, we get to have one-on-one time with vendors and people in Casago where we can talk about our business and our needs and how we can be better at our business.